In this video, I will be talking about consolidation loans. What are they? Do they actually work? And is it worth using them when it comes to paying off debt? Hello, my name is Elis. I'm a qualified accountant and I make videos about everything personal finance, life, business, and everything else that you guys ask for. The average total debt per household in the UK is £65,479. Per adult, this was £34,570, which is around 99.1% of average earnings. The UK's total interest payments on personal debt over a 12-month period would have been £73,597 billion, an average of 202 million per day. The average annual interest per household would have been 2,621 and per person £1,384, which is 3.97% of average earnings. These are just some of the basic statistics about how much debt is the UK population using and how we are living paycheck to paycheck, literally drowning in payments for loans, credit cards, overdrafts, buy now, pay later, and everything else. This is just another proof of how debt has been indoctrinated in our life, how financial institutions have been extremely smart to utilize the human psychology, economic situations in order to make it extremely hard to get out of debt and extremely expensive. However, the good thing is that people have been increasingly aware of debt and its dangers, and they are more and more striving to become debt-free and sharing their journeys online even. This is an amazing and brave thing to do, as it is very eye-opening experience for anyone who has been in debt, including myself. I think living paycheck to paycheck and spending most of our paycheck on payments in regards to debt has been extremely normalized, and it makes me so happy to see that the culture is changing and people are finally waking up. However, the hard part about debt is actually paying it off, as it can be quite a lot and quite expensive to do so. However, there are many strategies and ways that can be utilized to do so, to make it easier, faster. And one of those have been said to be consolidation loans. So in this video, I wanted to discuss what are consolidation loans, how do they work, and is it worth actually trying to pay off your debt with a consolidation loan. So debt consolidation loans are essentially where you combine all of your small debts, such as small loans, credit cards, overdrafts, buy now, pay later, anything that you may have purchased on a payment plans, in one big loan where you have only one monthly payment, and usually that would be with a lower interest rates than what you have on your other loans or credit cards. For example, let's say Alex had a 5-year car loan for 15,000 at 8%, paying £304.15. He had a credit card with a balance of 2,000 and an interest rate of 28.9, with a minimum payment of £50 plus the interest 48.16, which makes it a monthly payment of 98.16. He also had a second credit card with a balance of 2,500 at 27.99% interest, with a minimum payment of 62.50 and interest 58.31, which brings us to a monthly payment of 120.81. And he decided to invest in his smile and purchased an Invisalign treatment, a payment plan over 2 years for 4,500 at 5% interest. Now this brings us total monthly payments of £722.56, with an average interest rate of 17.47. Now I have not invented those numbers. I have genuinely researched what costs what and what is an average interest rate that you would get on a loan, on a credit card, and a payment plan. If Alex were to refinance this and take out a consolidation loan, this is how this would look for. So for example, he decided to take out a consolidation loan over 7 years at 8.99% interest, with a total balance of 24,000, because this is what we have for the loan, credit cards, and Invisalign. That would bring our monthly payment to £386.82. Now this is freeing up £336.54 out of the 722 that we were paying initially. Now the problem with consolidation loans is this: on paper and on first reading, it sounds smart to do because you get rid of most of your small little payments that add up to a lot from your paycheck every month. So you can combine it into a single payment, so you don't have to worry about, paying every little thing, missing a payment, or not even having enough funds to cover all of those payments. So at first reading, yeah, it sounds great. You consolidate everything, you have one monthly payment, and the average interest rates sounds much lower than actually it is. However, the time that will take you to pay this off, and this is what people don't realize about debt, this is 7 years of your life. So imagine if you did this at 25, you would be over 30 years old when this consolidation loan is repaid. And that's if you were extremely strict, never missed a payment, and didn't add any more debt to your situation. Even though the interest on this consolidation loan is lower, this will still cost you 8,425 and 35 pence. And this is the best case scenario in interest. Even though the interest is lower on this consolidation loan, it will still cost you 8,425 and 35 pence just in interest in order to pay this off over 7 years. Now, the second danger with consolidation loan is actually consolidating into one single payment and freeing up those extra 300 pounds out of the 700 that Alex was paying off monthly. Because if you are in a situation where you are in debt, that means that you already struggle with managing your money, impulsive shopping, maybe trying to keep up with the Joneses, or simply, I don't know, you might be a single mom trying to make ends meet, right? So the danger with consolidation loan is freeing up that 300 pounds extra every month from your payments might make you think that this extra 300 pounds are again for shopping. Maybe you think to yourself, oh, let me buy something for 200, pay it off in 4 months, 50 pounds, per month on the credit card. And then you end up racking extra credit card balance with extra interest and etc, etc. So in order for this consolidation loan to work, you have to be at a place in your mind and life where you have built so much discipline and self-control that if you were to consolidate and to have single payment, the money that you freed up can go for either overpaying on that loan, so you can pay it off faster, or you can include it for your needs, other bills, rent, utilities, food, etc., or you can invest or save. The other danger with consolidation loans is, I already touched upon this, is freeing up that extra 300 pounds a month, for example, and thinking that you can now afford to invest in bigger purchases, maybe put them on your credit card, or take extra small loans here and there to buy or purchase other things. However, this will make you end up in the biggest hamster wheel of your life, because you might think to yourself, okay, I have those extra 300, so now I can buy more things and have bigger balances. And then you think to yourself, yeah, but I can always refinance again. And then you come up with a point where you refinance once, you refinance twice, and then none of the lenders would want you to refinance your debt anymore, because now you are viewed as high risk, you have high balance in relation to your income, for example. So none of the lenders would want to refinance your debt, and now you would be stuck with a 24,000 pounds loan, and you would have balances on your credit cards and possibly other loans that you are left to pay off with. However, now there is no consolidation loan. Now you are back to having 700, 800 pounds of monthly payments going to your debt. You have absolutely no room in your budget to overpay on any of them, so you can get out of the debt faster. And you are now completely stuck in this situation where you don't feel like there is an exit strategy from. And this is how most people end up in this situation. They put themselves in this hamster wheel of doing this over and over and over. Or, for example, you would pay off a little bit, try to purchase something else, rack up more debt, etc. So this is how most people end up in this situation without even realizing. I can say that even I have been at the danger of ending up in that situation. And believe me, once you start realizing and seeing those balances going up and thinking, oh my God, what did I get myself into? How am I going to pay this off? It can be one, extremely stressful, on your day-to-day life, because this is constantly in the back of your head. Second of all, it's quite shameful, because you feel ashamed. How could I be so silly or stupid to put myself in this situation. There is absolutely no one to blame because you literally did this by yourself. And it can be very, very tough road to walk mentally as well, especially when you're single for one, but especially if you have a partner, a family, and other people are involved. So my advice would be to stay away from consolidation loans. If you are in debt and you are determined to pay it off and become debt free, I would rather advise you to use either the avalanche or the debt snowball payoff methods, because psychologically I think it's just much better and it leaves less room for error and ending up in this situation where you can rack up even more debt. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you have learned something from this and you have seen a new perspective on consolidation loans and debt payoff in general. If you need any help with paying off your debt or making a plan, or wondering which strategy to use and which is best for you, please feel free to drop a comment below. I would be happy to help even on one-on-one.